Stop. You are forcing your love on people. That's why they treat you the way they do. There is a painful truth that many people never realize until they have been hurt over and over again. You cannot force your love on people and expect them to value it. One of the greatest mistakes many kind-hearted people make is believing that if they love harder, sacrifice more, remain loyal, keep forgiving, and keep showing up, one day people will finally appreciate them. But life doesn't always work that way. Sometimes, the more available you become, the less valuable you appear. Sometimes, the more you give, the more people expect. Sometimes, the more you tolerate, the more they push your boundaries. And eventually, you begin to wonder why people keep taking advantage of you when all you ever wanted was to love them. The answer is painful. Not everyone values love. Not everyone understands loyalty. Not everyone has a heart that celebrates the success, peace, and happiness of others. Many people are carrying wounds, pride, insecurity, jealousy, or selfish ambition. When someone genuinely cares about them, they don't always recognize it as love. Sometimes they see it as weakness. Sometimes they mistake it for manipulation because manipulation is all they have ever known. That is why wisdom is just as important as kindness. The world has become a place where appearance often matters more than character. People compete over lifestyles, status, influence, money, followers, and recognition. Many people no longer ask, "Am I becoming a better person?" They ask, "How do people see me?" The Bible warned us about this. It speaks of a time when people would become lovers of themselves, proud, boastful, greedy, and consumed with selfish desires. Looking around today, it is easy to see why those words still matter. Even in places where love should be strongest, families, friendships, workplaces, and sometimes even religious communities, self-interest can quietly replace genuine care. Sadly, some people measure every relationship by one question: what do I gain from this? If they cannot benefit from you, they disappear. If you begin succeeding, they become uncomfortable. If you need support, they suddenly become unavailable. That is why not everyone deserves unlimited access to your heart. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that being a good person does not automatically surround you with good people. Kindness is beautiful, but kindness without wisdom becomes self-destruction. Many people spend years trying to rescue friendships that only one person is maintaining. They keep calling. They keep apologizing. They keep checking in. They keep encouraging. They keep praying. They keep sacrificing. Meanwhile, the other person contributes almost nothing. The relationship survives only because one person refuses to let it die. That isn't friendship. That is emotional exhaustion. Another difficult lesson is learning that not every person wants to hear the truth. Many compassionate people naturally want to help others improve. When they notice destructive habits, they speak. When they see potential, they encourage. When they notice someone making poor decisions, they want to guide them. But advice that is not requested is often received as criticism. People rarely change because someone told them to. People change because they become willing. There is a difference. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is remain silent and allow people to learn through experience. Not because you don't care, but because wisdom knows when to speak and when to step back. Many of us also need to ask ourselves difficult questions. Why do we keep chasing people who barely acknowledge us? Why do we constantly seek approval from those who have already shown us who they are? Why do we keep trying to earn love that should have been freely given? Sometimes the problem is not that people rejected us. Sometimes the problem is that we refuse to accept their rejection. We kept trying. We kept hoping. We kept believing that one more sacrifice would finally change everything. But love cannot be forced. Respect cannot be begged for. Loyalty cannot be demanded. Real relationships are mutual. They require effort from both sides. If you are always the one carrying the relationship, eventually you will collapse under its weight. That is why boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary. Learning to say no is not hatred. Walking away from one-sided relationships is not cruelty. Choosing peace over constant disappointment is not pride. It is maturity. There comes a time when you stop asking why people failed to appreciate you. Instead, you begin asking why you ignored the warning signs for so long. You notice that every time you needed them, they were absent. Every celebration became about them. Every opportunity somehow benefited them more than it benefited you. Every difficult season revealed that your loyalty was never being returned. When you honestly evaluate the relationship, you realize something shocking. You weren't losing a true friend. You were simply letting go of an illusion. The truth is that many people enjoy receiving love far more than giving it. They enjoy your encouragement. They enjoy your prayers. They enjoy your support. They enjoy your generosity. But they never stop to ask whether you also need someone to stand beside you. Healthy relationships don't operate like that. Healthy friendships celebrate each other's victories. Healthy families support one another. Healthy love rejoices when someone grows. Real love is not threatened by another person's success. It celebrates it. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is permission to stop forcing yourself into places where you are merely tolerated. Stop chasing people who keep running. Stop explaining yourself to those determined to misunderstand you. Stop proving your worth to people who have already decided not to see it. Respect yourself enough to leave room for people who genuinely value you. Because here is another truth. You cannot discover the people who truly belong in your life if all your time and emotional energy are occupied by those who don't. Sometimes solitude is healthier than false companionship. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Solitude often becomes the place where God heals your heart. It becomes the place where your confidence returns. It becomes the place where you discover who you are outside the opinions of others. And once you know your value, you stop accepting relationships that constantly make you question it. If you believe in God, remember this. God sees every act of kindness that nobody else noticed. He knows every prayer you prayed for someone who never thanked you. He knows every sacrifice you made in secret. He knows every tear that fell because you loved people who could not love you back. Nothing escapes his attention. But perhaps God is also teaching you something. Not just how to love, but who to love closely. Love everyone. Treat people with kindness. Forgive freely. Pray for others. But also ask God for discernment. Because discernment protects what love alone cannot. As you grow older, you begin to understand that peace is more valuable than popularity. Mutual respect. Healthy love rejoices when someone grows. Real love is not threatened by another person's success. It celebrates it. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is permission to stop forcing yourself into places where you are merely tolerated. Stop chasing people who keep running. Stop explaining yourself to those determined to misunderstand you. Stop proving your worth to people who have already decided not to see it. Respect yourself enough to leave room for people who genuinely value you. Because here is another truth. You cannot discover the people who truly belong in your life if all your time and emotional energy are occupied by those who don't. Sometimes solitude is healthier than false companionship. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Solitude often becomes the place where God heals your heart. It becomes the place where your confidence returns. It becomes the place where you discover who you are outside the opinions of others. And once you know your value, you stop accepting relationships that constantly make you question it. If you believe in God, remember this. God sees every act of kindness that nobody else noticed. He knows every prayer you prayed for someone who never thanked you. He knows every sacrifice you made in secret. He knows every tear that fell because you loved people who could not love you back. Nothing escapes his attention. But perhaps God is also teaching you something. Not just how to love, but who to love closely. Love everyone. Treat people with kindness. Forgive freely. Pray for others. But also ask God for discernment. Because discernment protects what love alone cannot. as you grow older, you begin to understand that peace is more valuable than popularity. Mutual respect is more valuable than forced acceptance. A few genuine friends are worth far more than a crowd of people who only remember you when they need something. Don't be afraid to walk alone for a season. Sometimes God removes people before He introduces better ones. Sometimes He empties your hands so you can receive something greater. And sometimes He allows disappointing relationships to teach you what healthy relationships actually look like. So if you have been forcing your love on people who continually overlook, disrespect, or use you, let today be the day you stop. Not because you have stopped loving, but because you have finally learned to love wisely. The right friends will come.
Thank you for joining us today. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so we can continue this journey together.